Hey everyone, welcome back. In today's video, we are going to talk about guinea pigs, discipline, and what you should or could do if you have a sick or injured guinea pig that needs time to heal. So let's dive right on into it, and at the same time, we're going to be reacting to a few Facebook comments regarding the same subject. So stay tuned and we're going to dive right in. So, what could you do, or what should you do? Let's say you have a guinea pig that is not feeling good. They might have a URI, or maybe they have an injured leg, and they typically live in a herd. So what do? Do you separate them? Do you leave them alone and let them live with the herd? Do you do nothing? Many people are going to have different responses for this question, and you know what? I have a different response too. I think it really depends on the situation at hand with the guinea pig involved. If your guinea pig is sick with a URI and you're thinking of separating them from the herd to prevent the others from getting sick, I hate to say it to you, they've already been potentially contaminated. So either they're going to get sick as well, or their bodies are going to fight it off and they're not going to get sick. It's like human beings in a household. Typically, if you have just the common cold, are you going to, seclude yourself and quarantine yourself so that nobody else gets sick? Usually that doesn't happen. You don't see that happening that often. And it's the same thing with guinea pigs. If it's just a common URI that's treatable with medication, I would not recommend separating your guinea pig from their herd because the bond can break, and when they are better and you try to go to rebond, it might not work, and then you're stuck with a solo pig. So, one of the Facebook comments I've seen regarding this topic, this person says, it's dominance. You need to separate the one that's dominant to a separate area for the day. No contact, just food and water. Keep giving timeouts to the aggressor. This works. I had a biter. It finally took 3 days by herself before I found her face first in a corner. I picked her up and talked to her and placed her back in the herd. No more issues after that 3-day by herself. I had Hootie who resented Bonnie. I just picked her up, put her in the bathroom for a few minutes, sometimes a little longer. Hootie would nip or mount Bonnie. Sometimes I would tap gently on her nose to distract her. Eventually she got the hint that she was not in charge. Eventually Bonnie would steal her food and she would let me know. She figured out that she got more food for being a non-aggressive piggy. Let's talk about this. Guinea pigs, at the end of the day, are still animals. They are not children. They do not have the mentality to comprehend why they are being disciplined or punished. I don't believe that putting your guinea pig on a timeout is going to teach them to get along with another guinea pig. That is like saying to a person that if you don't get along and be civil with this person, you're going to go on timeout. Now, as humans, eventually that will work for us because our brains will comprehend and we will learn to coexist. It does not mean we will like the other person. It does not mean we have to live with the other person. It does not mean we have to eat with the other person or anything on that level. It means we will coexist and we don't even have to look at each other. But guinea pigs are different. Guinea pigs are animals. And I feel like, sorry, I've got my phone here with my notes. with this information on it. I feel like if guinea pigs were like humans, then I feel like if guinea pigs were like humans, then our world would be so much easier. But they're not. They are animals at the end of the day. And they have their own unique personalities. They have their unique traits that make them guinea pigs. And it's really not hard to comprehend guinea pig behavior if you study guinea pigs and watch them in the natural. If you let them be guinea pigs, if that makes any sense. So, for example, for me, the reason I feel like I know what I'm talking about when it comes to guinea pig behavior most times is because I'm constantly watching guinea pig videos. I'm constantly observing my own guinea pigs upstairs, and I observe how they are. You know, mounting, rumble strutting, nipping. Those are all normal dominant behaviors. And if you're going to take that away from a guinea pig, then you might as well just get a freaking stuffed toy. I'm sorry, but it's true. So that's my thoughts on that comment right there. Now, another comment this person made was, once you see evidence, you separate the pig into its own enclosure, no contact for about a day. So this is talking about if you notice just aggressive behavior between one or more guinea pigs. So they're saying to basically put the guinea pig on a timeout in their own cage for a day, no contact, and then place it back in with the herd. I had one that needed 3 days by itself. Like kids, you got to figure out how to make it not fun, not being by yourself. When you're home and see it, you remove the pig and give it time out by itself, no food. 30 plus years, I never separated no one long term, and also leave my pigs with more food than they can eat during the day. Okay, so first of all, this comment right there contradicts it contradicts itself. It contradicts the previous comment that the person wrote. And once again, at the end of the day, guinea pigs are animals. They are not people. They are not children. They're not, they are our furry children, and we will spoil them and love them as they were our children. But guinea pigs are guinea pigs. They need to be guinea pigs. They can't be treated like a human being and put into a timeout and say, oh, well, you're not getting any food and I'm just not going to talk to you all day because you're misbehaving. That's neglect. That's abuse. It might not be physical abuse, but that is emotional abuse. That is mental abuse. But now we're talking about me putting human emotion onto a guinea pig. So maybe it's not abuse, but in my heart it is. Now, this person, and the worst part about this is this person made these comments on a Facebook group that I never thought would actually allow a comment like that. But I mean, maybe they would. Because everyone is entitled to their opinion, and as much as I respect the person for, having experience with what they do, if it works for them, that's great, but they're going around commenting on every single person's comment, basically telling them, no, you're wrong, don't do it like that, don't do it like that. That is wrong. Just because you're choosing to treat your guinea pigs as if they were human beings and had the complexity to comprehend discipline does not mean everybody else has to. There is nothing wrong with the guinea pig living side by side with a separation grid to prevent any guinea pig from getting hurt if they don't get along. Now, for example, if you have an injured guinea pig with a broken leg or broken paw or dislocated hip or whatever the situation, I'm not sure how things like that happen, but accidents do happen. And at the end of the day, you just want them to heal and get better and be back to their normal self, just like you would a human that's feeling sick. So, that being said, if you have a guinea pig that has got an injured paw and you need to limit their mobility in order for them to heal, then yes, you are going to want to separate them from the herd if they are living with the herd, because if they're living with the herd in a big enclosure, then they're constantly moving around, and that's not giving them the rest they need to heal the injured paw. So, yes, there are times where you want to separate and are needed to separate. Always go on the advice of your vet. And any advice that you get from some random strangers that are on Facebook, honestly, take it with a grain of salt. I'm learning this myself too. So yes, so what I'm telling you, take it with a grain of salt. But I advise you to always consult with your savvy vet. Okay, so the last thing I want to say regarding that comment is, why would you think that it's okay to separate a guinea pig into any enclosure or space with no food? That, again, is a form of neglect and abuse. If you have to separate your guinea pig for any length of time, one, it's not advisable to do that because it actually does add more stress on the guinea pig, because every time you then put the guinea pig back with the herd, they have to restart their bonding process. So I don't advise doing that. But if you do have to separate your guinea pig for any given reason, always, 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 always make sure that they have food and water accessible. Hay, pellets, water. It's 3 common things. So here's a comment that I made on the person's post. I said, this is normal behavior. Guinea pigs can sense when one is ill or injured and not doing well. The best thing you can do for your girls in this situation is to separate them and let them live side by side. Because this person that posted has an injured piggy. So I told her or advised her, once injured piggy is healed, you can try to reintroduce, but I suggest before doing that, rule out any hormonal imbalances and other possible medical illnesses by a savvy vet. Because the way she was describing is that since the one piggy got injured, the dominant piggy has now become even more dominant, bullying the other one away from food and hideys and all kinds of things. But again, guinea pigs can sense when one is ill or injured. And I know from personal experience because I've seen that behavior with Andre and Bruno. Before Andre passed away, when he was sick, he was constantly bullying Andre. And I don't think it's the fact that he wanted to intentionally harm Andre or anything like that. But Andre was too weak to defend himself at the same time. Okay, so that is all that I have as far as the comments to post on, or comment on. So let's recap quickly what this is. If you have an injured piggy or a sick piggy, follow the advice of your vet. If your vet tells you to separate your guinea pig, then you should listen to them and do so. If someone has a guinea pig that is being bullied away from food, water, hides, or constantly being aggressively chased and nipped at, separate your guinea pigs before they have a tornado fight. If they get into a piggy tornado fight, one can get badly injured. If it's just minor chasing that's only lasting 30 seconds or less, and it's just the odd nip, and then they go off to do their thing, that is fine. That is okay, and don't intervene. I am going to post my bonding rules that I have, that I follow. And it's not just for when you do guinea pig introductions, but it's from day-to-day living as well. The column in green are all things that are fine and you don't need to intervene. The things in red are things that you don't want to see. Definitely intervene before the guinea pigs get hurt. I hope you found this video useful and educational, and I will talk to you all in the next video. Bye for now.